The codes of practice are nationally developed guidelines for the care and handling of farm animals. Canada has codes of practice for almost all types of farmed livestock and poultry. Canada's codes have multiple users and audiences. They serve as our national understanding of farm animal care, setting out both requirements and recommended practices. Requirements refer to either a regulatory requirement or an industry-imposed expectation. Requirements outline what's acceptable and what's unacceptable. In other words, the fundamental obligations for the care of farm animals. Requirements represent a consensus position that these measures, at minimum, are to be implemented by all persons responsible for farm animal care. Recommended practices complement a code's requirements or encourage practices that lead to continual improvement in animal welfare. Recommended practices may also enhance animal welfare outcomes. But if they are not met, this does not mean that acceptable standards of animal care are not in place. Increasingly, everyone must be able to demonstrate that they are doing what they say they are doing. The codes are a critical part of this effort. Originally, codes were developed as education tools. This is still a cornerstone purpose. Good information extension is the best way to ensure the broadest implementation of animal care standards. Most people want to do the right thing, but they need quality information that they can utilize and that makes sense. However, more demands have been placed on codes to serve additional roles. Codes of practice can no longer be considered voluntary. Codes are referenced in provincial regulations, used as a resource by enforcement officers in the courts, and form the basis for Canadian livestock and poultry animal care assessment programs. Increasingly, the marketplace is asking for assurances that codes are being met through on-farm assessment programs. Those who fail to implement the requirements of a code may be compelled to undertake corrective measures or risk a loss of market options. Requirements also may be enforceable under federal and provincial regulation. Many provinces now directly incorporate the codes by reference within their animal welfare legislation, and all provinces utilize the codes as guides for what is acceptable and what is not. The codes facilitate real improvements in farm animal welfare that can be applied to all farms in Canada. They are the cornerstone of Canada's farm animal welfare system. For more information on the codes and the process through which they are developed, go to nfacc.ca/codes of practice.